Hey guys, thanks for joining me once again. This is Retro Edition with Retro Edition Games. Another video of pickups. A lot of cool stuff this week. And I'm probably going to have to take a little hiatus for the next week or two just to recoup some of the losses. I did spend a little bit of money and got some really cool stuff to show you. So let's take a look. One thing that I do during the holidays, I get my son involved. I've been doing it for the past 3 years. Is I collect video games and consoles to give to families that can't afford Christmas. And on a local Facebook group, a Buy Nothing group, somebody posted some video games. And I commented, I said, I don't need them for me, but I can use them for, and I explained what I do. And the lady chose me, so pretty stoked. I was like, I get help from the community when I do these gifts for the families, and then I get help from friends who are collectors and toy collectors, so video game and toy collectors. So it's kind of fun, getting other people involved and being able to take these to families and help them have a Christmas is very rewarding. So just start off. So first thing she gave me, a couple Xbox 360 controllers. I do have a couple systems, so just need to make sure they're tested and fully working. I'll get those going. But here are the games. Nice little stack of games. Brothers in Arms, Amped 2, Rally Sport, Challenge 2, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, Amped 1, really fun game here, Forza Motorsports, Crimson Skies, Blitz the League, and Call of Duty 2. Nothing too terribly exciting, but I look for mainly kid-friendly games, so nothing high-end, nothing super valuable stuff, but stuff that families can play together or kids can play. So I try to knock out those expensive titles so that people are thinking that I'm keeping it for myself or anything like that. So some of these are a little bit more on the mature side, so I will have to find the appropriate home. So probably some teenagers or something like that, or parents that don't mind those kind of games for their kids. But nice to always have something added. Couple thrift store finds. Let's see. I don't have this one yet, so Star Wars Rogue Leader. Excited to give it a play. And I hardly ever find cartridge games, and I think I say that a lot lately, but when I do, I pick them up. So, especially at the thrift stores. But this one, Dr. Mario for the NES, super clean copy, and only paid $2.99 for it. So, stoked. I mean, it's not an expensive game. It's like a $5-6 game. So, let's see the other thrift store find. This was really cool. I saw it on the shelf. It's not anything I really need, but it's just really cool. So I picked it up. Super Donkey Kong 2 Japanese Player's Guide. If you notice down here, it says 102%. So I wonder if there's a way to more than 100% the game. Maybe this takes you through and gets you to that 102%. But super clean. Just very detailed, very detailed. Pretty awesome. The one thing that I really liked about finding this was there was a bookmark in here. It's in Japanese, so somebody used it, which I applaud them. I feel like player's guides don't get used often enough, especially on some of the harder games. So I think a lot of people just kind of give up, or now they go to the internet. So let's see what else we got. Ooh, this one's a lot of fun. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the box or if I'm going to open it and play with it. But Mario Kart RC Racer, yeah. It says, 27 megahertz? And researching some online, some of them were a lot lower than that. So I'm hoping this guy's pretty fast. If so, it'd be kind of fun to drift around the living room. Yeah. Especially if I can get a second one for my son to play with, because that's mine. You won't get it. A couple things that I got from my buddy Ron. Made another trip up there this past week, and he had some awesome stuff. And I'm going to show you the games first, but then we'll get to the big thing after that. So, a couple games that I didn't have. Ring King, I got a sticker on it. Really good shape. Looking forward to trying that out. One game I've heard of, but I've never played or seen anything about it, so excited to give it a try. But Kid Cool. It's in really good condition on the front, but the back, it's got some sticker residue and some wear on the label. This one, never heard of it. It's not an expensive game, but I just picked it up just because it's unusual and random. But Chris Everett and Ivan Lendl, top player, tennis. Super great condition. One everybody has to have. We all played it as a kid. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I was never any good at this game. I had to use the cheat codes just to get up to those past, I think I've only made about 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys in before, getting beat down or getting a little Mac beat down. So, this game, I'm pretty sure Ron gave me the near complete in box about a year or 2 ago, and I ended up selling it to help fund my son's birthday trip to Disneyland. But glad to have it back in the collection. So, Dracula's Curse. So, Castlevania 3. And a super clean copy. And I really have been getting into the Castlevania games, so excited to have that one. And that's going to go into my shelf. Let's see what else we got. I did a Facebook Marketplace pickup. The guy had posted several different games, all completely randomly. And some were high price, some were good price, some were really low price. So I messaged him saying, hey, I want this, and this, and got a really good deal. So pretty stoked. Got Banjo-Kazooie. So the copy that I had before was really bad label and everything. So it's nice to have a super clean copy. One I had never heard of, but I do like Game Boy games. And this is Dragon Warrior Monsters. So I'm looking forward to plugging that in and giving it a shot. I think he was only asking like $3 for that one. So I was like, all right, I'll have to get it. We got a couple of DS games. So pop it open. It's giving me the case and everything. So there's 3 games in here. And these were all like $3 or $4 a piece. So we got Harvest Moon, Island of Happiness. Don't know much about this one. I've never heard of that one. So and then we got, the basic Harvest Moon DS. And I didn't realize this, but these are part of the Harvest Moon series. But Rune Factory 2. So, and being that this was like $4 or some $3 or something like that, and quite a deal on that one. Pretty stoked. Super clean. Like, it doesn't even look like it's ever been played. But Chrono Cross. Fun game. I've played it a little bit. Haven't made it too far. But always a fun game. Oh, one of the classics. You have to have these. I always try to get these when I find them because I don't find them very often. But Super Mario World. And the bonus was the manual. Yay! Alright. Next one is Zelda, Link to the Past. It is the player's choice. But it came with the manual as well. So, always stoked to find games with manuals. The reason that I found all these games was because I saw the posting for this one. And previously I showed you that I bought the complete in-box Mario RPG. But the label on the game was so beat up. So I ended up selling the game at the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. And this copy is super clean. So this will go perfect with my boxed one. So stoked. He was asking retail, but I paid for it. So I'm perfectly okay with that. All right. So one thing that I've been really excited about, And one game I've been wanting ever since the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, and I played it in the arcade. And now me and my son have been playing it for the past couple days. But Sunset Riders, such a fun game. It's not easy. So I'll need to get somebody to come do a co-op with me, and maybe be, once I get my computer, and be one of my first streams. So check it out. All right, so earlier this week I posted a picture of this guy, Xbox carrying bag, and I said, what could be inside this? So I haven't really looked at this since I bought it. You know, I know what's inside it, but I haven't really played around with it. So there may even be more in the case than I'm aware of. But it's a very nice case. Checking out some of the pockets, see if there's anything hiding in there. So far, nothing. All right. Check that back pocket too. Oh, the receipt. All right. So it's got your basic Xbox cables. But let's see. This is what caught my eye. It's the original Xbox travel screen. So you just connects to your Xbox, plug it in. You can take your Xbox with you wherever you go. So it's got an LCD screen. I do have to find a power adapter, but pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know this existed. I knew they had some for the PS1 and for the GameCube, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised there's one for an Xbox. But pretty cool find. Just unusual, random. That's what I like. I like these unusual. So this one's made by Intech. Just so cool. Not something you come across ever. So pretty stoked to have that. Hopefully I can find the power adapter and we can get that thing running and going, and I will show you guys. All right, here's the big thing that I got from Ron. This is what I was excited about all week, so pretty stoked. The NES action set, complete in box. And this box is in really good shape. So thank you, Ron. This one is going to the shelf. I need to find those giant collector dust covered boxes, covers. Put this one inside it. But pretty good week for finds. You know, I enjoyed myself, and I will probably have to take a little bit of a break because, you know, I did spend some money here. Got some heavier hitters, some higher end games, you know, and some not so heavy hitters, but, you know, definitely stuff worth playing. If you're a retro game collector and you play your games, worth checking out a bunch of these games. So thanks for joining me once again. This is Retro Edition. Have a great day and happy 4th.